Nick, just tell me, you're a listener of our show, I guess, right?
Yes, I am. I came across it a couple of Sundays ago, and I'm a collector. I own a comic book shop.
Oh, really? Where?
In Astoria, Queens.
Oh, you sell comic books?
Yes,
Cool.
Royal Collectibles. But I'm a collector. I collect all kinds of
Right.
things, from autographs to comics, obviously, silver. And I thought your show was really good. You explain to people provenance, how you research, the work that it goes into authenticating something, which I think they don't understand that expertise. And being a collector myself for over 40 years, and you see and all that, you can tell. You know, I went onto your site. It drove me to your site, and then obviously a phone call, and now here I am. And I got to tell you, this is impressive. What you give on the show is great, don't get me wrong. But if someone wants to come out and really see some great memorabilia, you've got some really cool stuff. And you've got great prices. Well, I'm going to say that too. You got great prices.
How did you hear about our show, by the way?
I was just, you know, I knew the Galleria from years ago. So when I heard West 57th Street, I was just flipping through. I listened to AM radio. And I don't know, it just attracted me. And what you were talking about, the items you were talking about.
You remember?
And you were talking about the NBA player's gold medallion.
Oh, that custom-made thing
Right.
that was made for his girlfriend.
Made for his girlfriend. The stipulation was it was worth a buku amount of money.
Right.
He admitted to overpaying for it, but she had to wear it. Otherwise, she couldn't have it. And then the Frank Sinatra piece. I thought that was a really interesting where you explained how you authenticated that. Because here was something supposedly given by JFK to Frank Sinatra.
Right.
How would you line that all up? And you went into how Sinatra hosted
The inauguration in 1961. Right.
So, it was directed by the office. And how unique is that? I mean, if you're a collector of either Sinatra or Kennedy,
Right.
that kind of memorabilia, truly one of a kind. So that's kind of what kept me tuning in. So I look forward to listening to you on Sunday.
Cool. You found it interesting?
Yes,
right?
yes, real and informative.
So we got a treat for you. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring something out for you. Give me 1 second. Here, buddy. Oh, look at that. Yeah. This is the piece you were talking
Absolutely, yeah. When I was listening, I was enthralled. Like, how is he going to know whether or not this is really, given and so on and so forth?
So
and you were talking to the grandchildren.
Exactly. So we did. We talked to the grandchildren of the artist. And we have here, he engraved it.
Right.
Sinatra here, JFK here. We've been in contact. So my opinion is that this was made. Kennedy asked for it to be made and given to Sinatra after he hosted the inauguration. And he gave it to him. And somehow or another, it fell through the cracks. I don't know.
I mean, what a piece of history, though.
But I mean, you got, and they had like a crazy unique relationship.
Right.
Because the
old timers like us know about the rumors of Joe Kennedy
100%.
and the mob
100%.
and whiskey bootlegging and all that
Sinatra
stuff.
and the mob.
And getting into Hollywood with
the whole
Sinatra.
thing. Right.
Remember the whole Godfather scene
Right,
with the
right.
horse's head in the bed? That's Sinatra.
Right.
What are you crying? Oh, I can't get the movie report. That was supposed to be From Here to Eternity was the movie. And so you're absolutely right. I mean, this is a great piece. I mean, and like I said, the fact that you're educating people, because as I said to the young lady, anybody can pitch, anyone can get on the radio and sell. But you're educating people. You're saying, look, this is how we do this.
No, I think that's what I want to do. I want to make it educational and entertaining, where people can learn and understand. And if they have something, how I evaluate it, how I process it.
And also, you were very honest in talking about how we buy. I buy comics the same way you buy collectibles.
Right.
There's a fair market value that we figure out eventually, and then there's a percentage that we're willing to pay on that.
You might have to hold these things for 5-10 years.
Exactly. And
People don't understand.
They don't. Right. We call that shelf depreciation, right? Because the longer it's a there's a cost of the space and so on and so forth, and the depreciation over time, number one. Number two, if something's worth, let's say, $5,000, you want to be able to give that up maybe for $4,500 to give somebody a
give the
deal.
collector a nice deal.
Exactly. That's part of That's part of the circle, I call it. And this is all history. That's what intrigues me about most of this stuff. Is that this is a snapshot in history. This is a snapshot in time that's been captured and then passed down. This is
40, 60, almost 50
this
years
is
old.
right. This is over 50 years old.
It's actually here. We just had our inauguration. This was about 60 years old, almost to the day.
January 21st.
We had our January 21st. Everyone knows that now. We have our inauguration, right?
Absolutely. So beautiful piece. And it's my pleasure to meet you, sir.
Oh, buddy.
It's
Same
really great store. I'm going to come in another time. The Ollie Foreman, that's a great piece. The uniqueness of your collections here.
And I'll let you know if we do come across some nice comics.
Yeah, please. I'll give you my card before I go. You'll see me again because I'm always in looking for this stuff.
Thank you. Tell your friends about the show.
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely will. I absolutely will.
Okay, cool.